Hi everyone, my name is Gnanaraju. I'm a certified nutritionist and fitness consultant and wellness coach working for last 18 years. With my experience, I would like to share you one of the wonderful videos, share with you on this topic called money wise, principles and rules of money. So this video will be great help for you, particularly vis-a-vis money management. And if you are really struggling to, increase, your wealth and increase your finances, this will be great help for you because it gives you throw open a lot of light upon the money management, particularly savings and investment and all that, right? So before sharing the video, let me explain about myself. Let me introduce about myself. I was a former district registrar, group 1 officer, worked in government of Andhra Pradesh for 10 years. Then I'm a certified nutritionist and fitness consultant. Resigned my job and working as a coach, wellness coach, and for last 18 years, I'm a certified sports nutrition consultant, certified exercise science specialist, marathon runner, cyclist, and CPR AID certified Zumba Strong by Zumba instructor. So I would like to present this video with the 10 principles, 10 numbers of points. So number 1 point or the principle 1 is it is not the money problem, it's the plan problem. Many people think it's the money problem. I don't have any money, sir, to do anything. For your information, it's not the money. It's not the money counts, it's the plan counts, says Jim Rohn, my mentor, international business philosopher. So many people think it's a money problem. It's not the money, you'll get to know about it. The philosophy of a dollar. Here is the dollar, will you spend it or invest it? What are you going to do with that dollar? Suppose I given you $1, say 100 rupees, okay? So with 100 rupees, what you can do? You can eat one biryani, you can eat one, nice dish, some breakfast or some snack and finish it off. You can spend it off. Or also with the same 100 rupees, you can buy 100 brochures from me and you can give it to 100 people. Out of them, say 10 customers come and you are actually converting that 100 rupees into 10,000 rupees. You are actually investing it. You are not spending it off. So it is not lack of money. Everybody has money. It is how they use it. So it's not a lack of money. Everybody have money, but how do they handle that money is very important. So that is why I said there is a principle called 70:30 rule. Suppose your income is just 100 rupees. Out of 100 rupees, start with 70:30 rule. What is 70:30 rule? Suppose out of 100 rupees, first remove the 30 rupees separately because we are going to do something with the 30 rupees. So you are going to survive on the 70 rupees, meaning out of first 30 rupees, first 30% you have to give back to charity, either ties to a church or charity to a poor people or orphanage or anyone. Give back to your neighbor. So the first 10% should immediately be gone back to charity. Number 2, for savings. The savings is the that don't have any risk value. So savings per se, you are keeping setting aside certain money as a saving, like fixed deposit, or you are keeping aside for some money, so that it will not get disturbed at all. And this savings will come to the rescue when you are in crisis time. The last 10% for investment. Investment has a risk component, meaning you can invest in shares or debentures or anything. Debentures is relatively risk-free, whereas shares market, yes, relatively little risky, but wisely invest properly in mutual funds or somewhere. So this 30% you are setting aside. So some for God, some for savings, some for investment. So now you survive on 70%. So it's not the money problem, it's allocation problem, right? So eventually make 70-30 rule into 50-50 rule, meaning increase that 30% to 50%. Slowly make into reverse, meaning make 70:30 rule to 30:70, meaning you are allocating more money for savings and charity and investment, and you are surviving on just 30%. So that's how rich people, wealthy people live. So remember this point. So number 2, principle 2, pay yourself first, not last. Many people, they say, I don't have any money. All the money comes, 10,000 rupees salary comes, 20,000 comes. Immediately, all get vanished, sir. I'll go to my bills. No, don't do that. Don't do that. So first to say whatever money comes, first to allocate some money for yourself, for future. Pay yourself first. You are not to be last. You have to be the first because that's your money. Meaning, how shall I do it? I said, remember 30%, 10, 10, 10, charity, savings, investment, right? You don't become rich by earning, you become rich by keeping and multiplying it as per Jim Rohn. Meaning, you don't become rich by how much our salary comes, how much our business income comes. Money comes, but you don't become rich by earning. You become rich by multiplying that money, right? So, meaning you keep that money. Okay. So, if you don't do it, if you don't pay it yourself first, you don't do savings or investment for yourself, what will happen? So, all the money go back to the bills, meaning you will be bankrupt someday. You'll be, when something is required, crisis comes, like, some hospital bills are required to be paid, something bad happens in your house, you want money badly, what will you do? You have to go again for the loan. So that is why you have to survive, learn to survive on the 70% initially, then make it cut down to 50%, cut down to 30%. Your outgo, if your outgo exceeds your income, your upkeep becomes your downfall. So very important. So your downfall start happening. That is why don't exceed your expenditure. You always try to survive in that 70%. Number three principle, respect money by organizing your wealth well. So don't say, I don't know where it all goes. You heard about this expression? Some people say, I don't know where it all goes. So now we should make you as in charge of this country finance. We should make you as the finance minister of this country. What will happen? Do you think it will happen? It will not happen. If you don't know how to allocate, how to save money, handle budgeting for one small house, your own budgeting, then how can you handle for a whole country? That is why you don't get that kind of position. So the secret is not in the big things. Secret is in the small things. Remember this. So when you know how to handle, organize your small little finances, budgeting, then how can you handle big money when money comes? That kind of big and large proportions. So budget your incomes and expenditure. Look at your balance sheet and keep on monitoring and auditing. Separate every account and analyze strictly. Don't mix and match. Separate. Okay, publicity. How much are you giving? How much for product cost? How much for your usage? How much for maybe for nutrition club allocation? So see every allocation, then analyze whether required to be increased or decreased, and how much is for my money, children, and savings and all that. Organize gold, silver, cash, real estate, bonds, shares, insurance, etc. properly. Some people, they forget, they don't know where the bond is there, when it is going to come matured, what are the conditions. So keep everything allocated very clearly. And suppose you have a handbag, see, organize that purse properly. Your purse and handbags for ladies, keep everything organized. Jewelry somewhere, proper place, cash, currency, 100 rupees first, then first 10 rupees, then 20 rupees, then 50, 100, 500, 1,000 rupees notes, like that. Organize well. Whatever little you have, organize well. Plan ahead for every expenditure like trainings and product usage, club office maintenance, training tickets, publicity, travel, etc. Otherwise, what will happen? If you don't foresee what is going to happen in future, suddenly you require to attend one big training, say 5,000 rupees the training ticket. So you don't know where to allocate money, because where to remove the money, because you mixed and matched. This is very important. Future expenditure, very crucial expenditure. Require to understand from where to remove what. Calculate your net worth and concentrate on increasing it. So like rich people, many people, Lambanis, Birlas and Tata, they say this is his net worth. How? They know everything, well maintained figures. So you also require to become rich man, you have to copy that man. So principle 4, let money be your slave and you be its master, and not vice versa. Meaning you have to keep money under your control. Not money should be controlling you. Respect family and human values, and also give first preference to God. God should be first preference. Without God, we cannot earn anything. He is the provider. So respect family and human values. Some people cheat brothers and sisters, and they kill mother and father. I feel very sad and bad about that, because they saw that only money can save them. It's not correct. Money only required in this life, no, nothing else. Not correct. Money is only a medium of exchange. It is required. You are supposed to be its master. You should use the money, but respect the people. You should not use the people and respect money. Money should be under your foot. You should be the master. Okay. Whatever way you want, that kind you should be. You should have full control of the money. And ambition is good, but not the greed. Greed is something, is like a, you are too, greedy. How can I say that? I can tell you the example, like you wanted to, increase your wealth. Yes, you can keep a target and work hard and work, get up early and follow some discipline. Then you will become rich. That's called ambitious, and you got into ambition. You want to earn this, say monthly 5 lakhs, monthly 10 lakhs, monthly 20 lakhs. You are ambitious, you can get it by following certain discipline and code of conduct. But greedy is something at the expense of some people. You are growing, but not service of the at the service of the people, but at the expense of the people. Meaning, you wanted to put your people down, your downline down. Then you want to go up, which is not correct. Don't grow by cheating the people. Grow by helping people. Ambition is good. You are helping people, serving the people. At the service of people, if you grow, that's called ambition. But if you, at the expense of the people, if you grow, that's called greed, which is not correct. Principle 5, major money for major things, not for minor things. Now you need to understand what is major, what is minor. So minor are minor, small things. Whereas chiller things, don't spend, major money. So first, that means what? What is minor? Chiller, what is smaller thing? No, for example, TV, games, alcohol, entertainment, picnics. Yes, you require, but beyond that, you require something more. For example, hospital bills and medical expenditure, insurance, and the travel, like marriage expenditure for your child, and the family expenditure, children education. Okay, so all these are very more important than all these things. Temporary pleasures, you have to keep it down. Temporary pleasures for the sake of major things in our life. What are the major things? Suppose you are to, your mother is in sickness. She is requires more medical bills. To be paid, more attention, more money to be spent to your mother. Mother is more important than your vacation, than your cigarette, than your alcohol. Remember, this is minor things, but major what? Your children education, children, settling in the life, maybe those kind of things. So remember this, don't do the things and later on you regret. So be proactive and long term, think long term, not be reactive for short term gains. So think of family needs like life goals before the short pleasures. So think of beating inflation also and automatic price rise this time while investing and spending. Remember, government always keep on printing the currency. So naturally, prices will keep on growing. No way prices will come down. The onion prices will go, tomato prices will go, and rice will, everything will keep, prices will go up in the days to come. Why? Government don't have any control. It just keeps on printing as and when it requires more expenditure, more money. So naturally prices will go, inflation will go. So today 100 rupees, after 10 years is not 100 rupees, is 1000 rupees. So now suppose your salary is 100 rupees and they somebody put it in bank, they say 100 rupees, after 10 years I'll give 200 rupees. Okay, you feel happy because after 10 years it's doubling 200, but actually it's actually 100 rupees worth is 1000 rupees. So you are losing in the name of inflation, in the game of inflation. So that's why you need to beat that inflation. So you have to plan your savings and expenditure such a way that it beats the inflation. Otherwise, you are the loser. So number 6, principle 6, never spend more than you earn. Live frugally means be careful about luxuries. Don't buy luxuries. Luxuries is the last, not the first. Okay, most of the rich people, they don't need to show off on the cars and other outside things. You don't require to show off because you are already wealthy. Most of the wealthy people, they're humble, they live frugal life. They are not spendthrift. But whereas some people, they outside they show off, they are not really wealthy because they out of insecurity they want to show off. I am a very wealthy person. So very important, don't show off, be humble. You are going to become rich, you have a lot of money inside. Distinguish between need versus want. Need is what is required compulsorily for your life. Want is, there is no limit for want. I want this, I want this, I want this. So suppose you buy a 10,000 rupees worth of TV. You say, I want more 50,000 worth of TV. Then somebody says 1 lakh TV is more better. So they go for 1 lakh worth of TV. Then somebody says 5 lakhs TV is more better with so much clarity of very appealing, all that. You feel like wanting, wanting, wanting. There is no limit for wants. So remember, focus on the needs, then on the wants. So distinguish investment with expenditure. Remember, what is investment? Investment is the money you spend. It will come back to your pocket again. It gives children small, small with interest. Whereas expenditure spent is gone. Suppose you buy, jeans pant, jeans shirt, for a dress for 5,000 rupees. Once you spend it off, all gone. Okay, I'm not telling don't buy. I'm telling you understand that is expenditure. Okay, I'm telling you the same 5,000. If you spend it on the business, it will come back now with return. So remember, it's not the money; it's how you spend this money. You use credit cards very carefully. Some people just like a child game. They try to swipe, 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 and later on they don't understand how this money is going up, because the credit card they have they always charge you with interest also each time. Interest also compound interest. Be careful. So people, they don't understand. They just lose control. That is why many youngsters, they just got a software job, 1 lakh salary. They don't know all this. They just get into this trap. So credit card trap is a very big trap. So be careful. If you have full control, use credit card. If you don't have control, please better to take money and give it, or pay as and when things require. So how the poor live? They only have small incomes and small expenses. This income statement, if you can see, these incomes are little smaller, expenditure more, and this income get into expenditure and go to the wealthy. Balance sheet, their balance sheet is assets are zero, liabilities also zero. Poor people, they neither have assets nor liabilities. Then whereas middle class, assets are less, liabilities are more. They increase more liabilities. They whatever income comes, small the income, but they increase their expenditure. So I said, remember, don't increase the expenditure. So then slowly liabilities increase. That liabilities money will go to the wealthy. For example, you drink, the money goes to the wine shop. The wine shop fellow is a wealthy man, and he smoke. That money goes to the cigarette company, right? Those people become wealthy. Likewise, you wear, want to flaunt with different T-shirts and good clothes. I'm not telling you don't buy. I'm telling you be wise in buying. That's all I'm telling. And that man, the clothes shop person, he will become wealthy person. So your money will go to the jeans, shirts and pants shop. So remember, I'm not telling you not to buy. I'm telling you understand. You buy a very luxurious watch. So the watch company, they become rich. So understand, the poor people always focus on this, and the wealthy try to take your money. Principle 7, ensure gains in your income statement and balance sheet. House is not an asset. Remember, if you live in that house is a liability, not a house, not a asset. Many people immediately, once they get salary, once they get some business going, immediately they take a loan, housing loan, and they say you save on income tax. They believe all that words, and they take a loan, and that money they keep on, for 10 years, 20 years, they keep on paying for the bank. Your house loan becomes an asset to the banker, not to you. So a house is not an asset, it's a liability. You have to keep on spending the money for it. So it becomes asset when it gives you money into your pocket. Asset is something, don't go by sentiment. My house is an asset. Then if it is an asset, it has to give you money into your pocket every month. So if you give it for rent, then it will give you, it becomes asset, it give you money back. Provided it, suppose you are paying 10,000 rupees for the bank loan and you are getting 20,000 rent. So the 10,000 it becomes like extra money for you. Then it becomes like a asset. But most of the time we end up, salary that all goes to the bank loan. And later on, I can sell it, sir. Yes, you can sell it, but that's not the way you should supposed to look. Asset is the one which has to keep on giving you money back, right? So understand this balance sheet and income statement. Balance sheet, assets and liabilities. Assets will give rise to income. Liabilities leads to expenditure. Remember this. So that is very understand about the balance sheet, understand about your income statement. So what is your goal? Increase the assets, reduce the liabilities, increase the income, reduce the expenditure. So very important. And increase the true assets. Don't believe on wrong assets like to your bike. Do you think bike is an asset? Is a liability, because every month you are spending some money on the petrol and maintenance and all that. So it's not a real asset. It's like a liability. You are buying your mobile phone, iPhone or Samsung big phones, 1 lakh phone. So is it asset or liability? Liability, every month you are going to pay charge and bills, and lot of time is also going. I'm not telling you not to buy. I'm telling you understand that is classified properly. That's liability. You are buying thinking that it's asset, but actually you're buying liability, bikes and cars and property, houses and all that. Increase. I'm not telling you don't buy. I'm telling you understand and buy. Increase your investment. Let thy money get multiplied. Meaning your money needs to be multiplied. You have to understand that money should not be sitting idle. It has to give you interest. Make safe investment. That doesn't mean you should end up in a wrong investment that your money is also swallowed by someone. So be careful about the traps also. Wisely invest in a depreciating asset. When you invest in a depreciating asset like cars, bike, mobile, what is depreciating asset? With the passage of the time, the money value, that's the property value goes down. So car value goes down, bike value. So don't lavishly spend there. You have to be wise while investing there. Principle 8, think and act like a rich people while dealing with money. Reinvest the money generated by true assets. So don't keep that money, whatever comes, immediately reinvest it. That's how you become financially independent over a period of time. Time is money. Don't waste the time. Time is more valuable than capital. Actually, time is more valuable than the money and also valuable than a capital. Some people say, Raju sir, I'll give you money. You multiply money for me. I said, I will not take your money. So I want your time. I will teach you how to become successful, how to make more money. But I don't take your money. I don't need your money. So I don't take your capital. Very important. So time is more important. Okay, once you give time, learn some skills, you multiply that money, right? Your income earning capacity will increase. So develop multiple incomes and multiple income sources. So that is why we suggest to go into next level in the marketing plan. Work on leveraging on people's energy and time. Work as a team. If you work alone, like most of the people salary alone job, so you will never become rich. So you have to work like a team, right? So work like a team under you. In Herbalife, we all work like team with a team. That's how you generate more wealth, more turnover. That's why you get paid more. And Herbalife position determines your potential income areas. So some people, I have a problem. They always say, I have to increase more profit, nutrition club profit. I say, yes, you require profit, but don't lose the people in the name of profit. I saw some people, they throw away the people, their downlines, because you're not paying me this rent every month, supposed to be paying for my nutrition club, I'm sending you out of my business. So which is very sad thing, because he's not understanding people are more important. They are more valuable than the profit. Yes, you make profit is temporary. I'm not telling not to make profit. I'm telling you, suppose a clash of temporary money and long-term money comes. I give value to the long-term money. So people are long-term. Once they stand in the business, lifelong they give you like rent, turnover on their turnover, you'll make some commission. So don't lose the people for the sake of temporary profits. Yes, you require profit, but sometimes there is a trade-off. Go for more long-term profit, long-term income. That happens when you grow in the marketing plan. There are multiple income zone in Herbalife. All the 8 areas of income I get. So try how many incomes are you getting. Suppose you're getting 2 incomes, try to go to 3rd level, 4th income. So how to get? By going to the next level. So if you are not a supervisor, become supervisor. If you are only at one place, keep on going. Get team, middle team, president. Why? More incomes will add you. More incomes gives you more benefit for you to go into the ladder of financial success. So that is where reach your focus on targeting next goal. Some people, they get stuck up in the DMO. They say, my DMO is the best. Let me build. How long? 5 years. They are trying to work on their methods instead of focusing on the end result. So how the wealthy live? They take the income of the poor and middle class and buy assets that produce more income. So income and expenditure, asset, liability. If you see these wealthy people figures, incomes are great, more than the expenditure. Expenses are smaller. Whereas middle class and poor people, expenditure is bigger. Assets are more, liabilities are lesser, right? So very important. These income, rich people, wealthy people, whatever income comes, they make it to assets, not into liabilities, unlike middle class and poor people. And they try to take the money of the poor and middle class income also, right? Some people are paying cell phone. They try to own the cell phone shop. Some people, buy alcohol. They own the wine shop. Some people smoking, they buy that There are smoking shops. So remember this, whatever money you are spending, that money they taken away. Some middle class, they are going to movies, theaters. Rich people, they own the theaters. So try to understand the whole game where the wealthy people are concentrating, so that you need to be working on that kind of creating assets and reduce your liabilities. And last but one, principle 9, undergo trainings on money managements when you are struggling on finances. Why? Many people say, sir, I don't have any money. So why I require money management training? I said, because you don't have money, that's why I require money management training. I said, remember, it's not the money problem. It's the plan problem. You don't know how to allocate the money, whatever money you have. We are just like you. Cynthia started like a housewife, simple housewife. Now she makes 7-digit income, monthly 7-digit income, annual 7-digit bonus, right? And vacations and all that. So when we could do it, you also can do it. So you can look at our dress and our middle class attitude, how we live. We all came from smaller background, but we understood it. We learned these skills. Then when why is strong, how is easy. Focus on your why. How to come up in the ladder in the marketing plan. I don't want to stay there in the middle class. I want to go become a part of the rich family, rich part of the extraordinary families, extraordinary circle. So dream first, dream goals, keep a goal big, then you can do it. And take care of the golden goose while doing it. What is golden goose? Like shouldn't kill the golden goose that lays the golden eggs. Pay taxes in time. Government is like a golden goose. So if you pay taxes, it can able to run function properly. Of course, some goose have too much of appetite. They misuse also. But as a goose, we have to. If you don't pay to taxes, then government become weaker, which will not help you. So pay your bills in time. For government spends a lot of money for military, police, and all that. So serve your family and servants well. Pay your servants well. Take care of your drivers, assistants, everyone properly. Your family well, so that they give you support. So otherwise, you cannot do cooking and other things. You instead of using the time wisely and productive things, you end up in doing wrong things. So don't violate company ethics and rules. Take care of your health well. Very important. Take care of your health. Health, if you lost, everything is lost. Last but one, principle 10. Are you working for your financial independence as a goal? Employees, long-term strikes end up in bankruptcy and suicides. COVID-19 effect too on many small businessmen. See this. If any long-term strike is there, 1 month, 2 month strikes, bank strikes, 2 month, RTC employees strike, any strikes. After 2-3 months strike, they become, sir, how can I survive? Because salary is not there. Some people suicide also, suicide. We feel very sad because there is no bank balance. There is no savings. They always, whatever money comes, immediately spend it off. So look for next month's salary. That was me. I was also doing same thing like a LIC job and group one job. So 1.1 crore, 1 crore 16 lakh people lose jobs after COVID-19 lockdown. Don't trust on the salaries and the jobs. How much ever they say secure, but you lose. Anything can happen. Engineering lecturers work at petrol bunks during the COVID time. 4 lakh private school teachers struggle for livelihood. Okay. A private school teacher forced into menial jobs. They deliver gas cylinders, dig ponds and all that. Even bodybuilders, gym coaches, gym trainers, they lost the jobs. They don't know. They don't have any other skills. They don't have bank balance. They'll 10 to 5 job, or they earn money and they spend it off. Are you living in that kind of economic chains like slaves? Many people leave the country and they have to work like a slaves there sometimes. They cannot come to their family. They cannot visit on them. They have to look for 6 months, 1 year to meet their family. It's from Dubai and a lot of people from Telangana I saw. So are you, your life is also like a slavery? No, you're not supposed to be. So that's why I'm telling you. So you have this abundance mentality, not survival mentality. Flourishing mentality means you have to flourish. This life is meant for flourishing, enjoying, not for survival. Mean you just to take money and survive for today. Tomorrow we don't know. You're living with the fear, looking in the future and fearful. That's not correct mentality. God is abundant God. Our God is abundant God. Always God gives us abundantly. So much of wealth. See how people are becoming rich outside. Many people are rich in India even. So don't have scarcity mentality, meaning jobs are less, money is less. Where is the money? I have to kill someone. I have to pull him down. Then only I become rich. This is the poor man mentality, scarcity mentality, not abundance mentality. Abundance is God given abundant. So let me take how much ever I want. So overcome this mentality and come back and reach your success. Be in control of your emotions. Don't use your heart, but use your head, not your heart. So work to learn skills rather than earn. So skills make you rich, not money make you rich. Remember, it's not the Karurpati. I want to become millionaire. I want to become billionaire. Not for the millions, not for the billions. For the person you become there, that kind of skills you want to need to grow. Then you don't require to, kill people and cheat people, all that. Those things, people, they don't know how to get money. So that's why they cheat brothers, they cheat sisters, cheat everyone. That's not good. Work to become that kind of person. If you have that kind of mind, rich man mind, you can rich people, you can make everybody rich. You can throw a prosperity on the whole world. You can become what you study. Read good books. Great books are there. My videos also will be great help for you. If you find time, please go to my channel. Surround yourself with people who are smarter than you. Respect them, appreciate their discipline, and money matters. If they're working hard, follow certain discipline, then only they become to this kind of extraordinary incomes. Correct? So respect them, be around them, not with the people who are broke and sick and stupid. They are not, the ladder of the financial plan. So respect their time, respect them, how they grown up so well. No money product relations with uplines or downlines or anyone unless with the banks or company. Don't give loans to any downlines or uplines. It is a bad the work of the banks because they check up your repaying capacity. Your uplines or downlines, don't give. Even if they ask for product, also don't give any products. They have to have a relation with the bank company and them, not you give the product. If you give product and you don't know how to get it back, and sometimes you lose the relationship. So politely reject, never lend. However, it is better to be a lender than a spender. So try to don't give any loans at all. In case you were to give, you can give a lending, but then a spending. Instead of wasting money, you can always give, but a proper, take proper security and all that. Teaching fish is better than giving fish. Don't give fish. If you give fish, they'll eat and again show their hand. So teach your downlines, teach your children, teach your family, everybody, teach how to earn money. Don't give money. If you give money, how much ever give, it will not be sufficient. Not to depend upon check income, but retail income for your daily needs. Depend on the cash, daily cash generated in the club and with the customers. That will should run your house. Then check income for permanent savings and investment for creating financial freedom. And don't disturb seed capital. Seed capital not to eat it. You have to repeat it, replenish it every month. Like a farmer, suppose 100, 100 rice bags come out of say 5 acres. So out of 100 rice bags, 10 rice bags, they keep it, allocate separately. They have to reuse it for next crop. That's called seed capital. So that you should not disturb it. You should not waste it. You should not eat it. You should not lend it. Otherwise, you have to beg in front of other people. I don't have my seed capital. Can you please give me? I saw some people, they have customers, but they don't have product. They say, I have a customer to give them. I don't have product, sir. What should I do? I to get from the bank company also. I don't have money. So that is, you are begging other people. So that is not good. You have to repeat the seed capital. Don't eat it. You can only eat the profit out of the seed capital, not the seed capital. You have to keep that 50,000, 1 lakh stock every month, every day in your place. So that you have to be in a position to repeat it for you. So I was like you before. I was, like middle class background. Though my job was a higher job, class one, group one officer. I was working as assistant inspector general of insurance stamps. So you can see me there 27 years with tummy and all. I don't know anything. I was not taking care of my health. I eat all kinds of stuff and not doing exercises. I wake up late and sleep late, all that indisciplined attitude. And now I'm different in my job for sake of 5,000 rupees earning part-time for my wife. My wife came to a meeting. That's how we got introduced to Herbalife. And she lost amazing weight. You can see the transformation here 21, here 41. 20 years transformation, 20 years difference. You can see this 23. Now she's 43. I am here 27. I'm 47. Now I'm 51. So, and this is my team. These are my assets. I help them. I give a lot of regard. They treat me well. They respect me well. This is what I do, teaching fish rather than giving fish. I don't give any fishes. I teach them how to fish. So these are my children, we business children. But you should be in a position to love people. When you love people, help them. So open their minds. That's how they also give you back. And when you give back, people, they give you back. Always remember, then you get respect and honor on the stage and everywhere. We recently got this recognition called Lifetime Achievement Award of 1 million volume points also from the company. And we get annual 7-digit income and monthly, not only 7-digit, annual bonus also will be 7 digits. We keep on traveling to different countries. We are at very, very high level trainings. We undergo ourselves also training because it opens our mind. Cynthia recently got award of a woman for gold in Telangana. From housewife background, now we can see how from where to where she crawled. So this is possible for you if you believe. And in my government job, no family time. Morning I go, come back by night, always gusa, angry with the family. So I carry that anger, frustration in the family. Now I given up and full time with the family. Now I'm so happy, make good money and health and wealth and happy life. So if you like it, traveling together, working together, work from home and work from phone or internet or social media, anything, please approach us. I already spoke about myself. And to reach me, these are my contact numbers and email and phone number. Everything is given, Facebook, Instagram, website, everything. So if you like it, please subscribe to my channel and share my video to many people. This will be great help. If you already have a coach, please talk to him. If you already have a mentor, please talk to him. Don't need to come to me. So in case nobody is there, please come to me, talk to me. Wish you all the best. God bless you. Thank you so much. I appreciate your patience. Bye.